Hi, this is Katie. Let's go to the airport.
Feels like just yesterday. Could we get back to that place where we would stay? So far out of touch. All those mistakes I wish I could go and change. Everybody knows you talk about me, but you don't ever pick up when I call. Remember when my world revolved around you? I don't want your pity anymore. Just say what's on your mind, I can take it. Sick and tired of wasting time, I've been waiting. Working hardly for a dime, every second. Love for you won't stop, spare me the small talk.
Hey guys, so it is like a week later, and I think the last clip you saw was me getting on a plane, I think. And so the rest of this video, I want to tell you where I am. I want to show you a couple clips from the last week that I've been here, but honestly, I haven't recorded a lot because, well, I'll tell you in a second why. And then I want to tell you one or two things that I regret packing, not regret, but you know what I mean. And then a couple things that I wish I packed, and then just a couple more updates about like where I am and all that kind of stuff. So, okay, so I flew to New York last week, and the reasoning that I flew to New York is because it's my mom's birthday. Her birthday is actually tomorrow, and I decided that I wanted to be with her here on her birthday. And so I was able to spend a lot of time with her and a lot of time with other parts of my family. My dad also just happened to be in New York this past weekend, and so we got to see him. I got to see a bunch of my other family that I haven't seen in a long time. I got to see one of my friends, and so I flew up here to see my mom for her birthday. And so that's one of the reasons I didn't record a lot, is because I was with family most of the time. And you guys know I just don't really record a ton with my family. Sometimes with my mom or my dad, but besides that, that car was so loud. But besides that, I don't really record with my family very much. So I was just hanging out with them a lot. And yeah, so I flew to New York. And the reason that I flew is just because it made more sense time-wise, honestly. Instead of having a 2-day drive up here, spending a few days and then driving home, the flight was only like 2.5 hours, not even, like 2 hours and 15 minutes. The flights were very inexpensive. I took Frontier, which is similar to like Breeze, and maybe one or two others that are kind of similar, like Spirit, I think as well. But I flew Breeze last year, and I loved it. And so I just flew Frontier this year because there was just a flight up here that was very inexpensive. I think round trip, it was like $140 or something like that, like really inexpensive. The thing about Frontier though is that you can only bring one bag. Like a lot of the airlines will let you bring like a purse and a backpack, or even like a backpack and like a carry-on suitcase. Like a lot of those airlines, you know, let you bring kind of two smallish things or two medium-sized things. But Frontier and Breeze, the reason that they're so inexpensive is because they only let you bring one bag. If you want to bring more than that, you just have to pay extra. But I was like, I can be in New York for a week and a half with just a backpack. And so everything ended up working out completely fine. I did end up wearing those Gap jeans, by the way. If you watch one of my last videos, you would see that I was having trouble picking out my flight outfit, but I knew that I wanted to wear jeans because I knew I wanted to have a pair of jeans with me in New York, because yes, it's summer and yes, it's warm, but at night sometimes like I would still wear jeans. And so I ended up wearing the Gap jeans just because they're more comfortable. But yeah, I was totally fine with just that backpack. The only one or two things that I like regret bringing, and even that is like a really strong word, is the tea that I brought. I brought a couple bags of tea thinking that at night I would drink tea, and I just didn't end up doing that. And then was there anything else that I really like shouldn't have brought? I don't think so. I think everything else I used, but the only things looking back that I wish I brought, because I kind of didn't really understand that I could bring them, were Biscuit and Cornbread, my stuffed animals, and my headphones, like the ones that go over my head, so I could have just had them like around my neck. The reason that I didn't bring the headphones and Biscuit and Cornbread is because they didn't fit in my backpack. I didn't realize that I could have just worn my headphones around my neck and wore them on a plane. I didn't really know that I could do that, but a lot of other people were doing that, and so I guess it was allowed. And the same with Biscuit and Cornbread. I could have just held them, kind of like you'd hold a jacket or a neck pillow or something like that. I could have just brought them on the plane. I could have just carried them, but I didn't think about that. So I missed them this whole time, not realizing that I actually probably could have brought them on the plane. And so next time I fly, now I know. But yeah, so flight was fine, got to New York. I got to see my dad. I got to see a lot of my family that I haven't seen in a long time. And I got to see my mom and my brothers and the dogs. And we've been just really busy, like doing a lot of stuff. But one of the things that my dad and I did, we went to a baseball game, of course. And then my family and I went to the beach. And so I do have a couple clips of those things. So I will put them in here now. And then I'm gonna look on my phone to see if there's anything else that I wanted to say in this video. But here are the clips that I took in New York. Literally, it's gonna be like a minute because I didn't take a lot.
Spare me the small talk. Spare me the small talk. Stuck in a dream, I know that my blurry visions got me tangled up. So far out of reach, all those messages I wish I could unsend. Everybody knows you talk about me, but you don't ever pick up when I call. Remember when my world revolved around you? I don't want your pity anymore.
Okay, so the last thing that I want to mention in this video is that those motion sickness bracelets, those little like wristband things that I have, I think they worked. I think they worked. I don't think I've ever flown in my entire life and not gotten motion sick. And I've probably flown, I don't really know how many times, maybe 20 or 30 times in my life. I don't really know, but I've always gotten motion sick, always. But I wore those bracelets and it said like, put them on 5 minutes before you're gonna, you know, be in the car, be on a plane or whatever. And so I did, and I had them on pretty tight because I didn't know how much to tighten them because mine are like Velcro, so I could tighten them. And I didn't know how tight to have them, but it's like I had them on pretty tight. I wore them the whole flight, not just takeoff and landing. I wore them the whole entire time. And then I did not even take them off until I got to my mom's house because I was also gonna be in the car. And I'm like, just in case, because someone else was driving, obviously. And so, yeah, I think they worked. Unless it was psychosomatic or something else, I don't know. But I think they worked because I did not feel nauseous. So that was a win for me. I was very excited. Oh, and PS, if you watched like a couple of my last videos, I was in a different car. That's why, because I'm in New York and I don't have my car. And I'm in my mom's car right now. She let me borrow it to run a couple errands and do some work and stuff. But anyway, I think that's really it for this video. I just wanted to do a little bit of like traveling and then a little bit of what I did while I was here. But again, honestly, like I didn't really film much because I was just really busy paying attention to my family and stuff and working because I was still editing and stuff while I was here. But yeah, just wanted to give you a little update. I'm in New York. But by the time you watch this, I'm already back in Florida. But in reality, right now is Wednesday and I'm flying back Friday. And so we'll be back to like doing some Florida vlogs and stuff. But yeah, I guess that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I really hope that you're subscribed for a lot of other travel videos, but mostly road trip videos and also some Florida vlogs because I'm going to be there for the next few months. But yeah, I guess that's going to be it. Thanks again for watching and I hope that you have a wonderful day. I love you. Jesus loves you and I'll talk to you later. Bye.